only 10% of the traders who joined us last week did not make money. We did a poll, 56% made money, 24% were not trading live, 10% did not make money, they were in a negative, and the rest were at break even. So 56% who follow us, take the trades we do, made money. I'm inviting you to join us live for free next week during the London session and the New York session. The two links are going to be in the description. Scroll down in the description, click on those links, register, and join us for free. This is one of the few places where you actually get to see live trading on a series of instruments. Not only one trade that we're going to show you, hey, this is the one good trade. We will look at a series of instruments, and all of them where we see trade setups, where we see trades taken and trades closed. So you get to do follow-up with what every single trade we enter, what we did with the trade. And by the end of the week, we can have a poll again and see how many people made money, how many people were not trading live. Like in any group, you're not going to get everybody 100% doing the same thing. Good afternoon, traders. My name is Anil Mangal, and I welcome you to our trading room live next week and hope to see all of you there. Please share the links as well. Invite another friend. It's free, no obligation, and you will learn something. Let's start. We're going to give you the weekly outlook. I'm going to do it really short, only in the majors and one or two more instruments. But I invite you to join us live because you're going to watch us do all of this live. Okay, let's go. Dollar index. Dollar index is in the consolidation. As we told you last week, we cannot confirm the downside as yet. It's kind of making a big running flat here, I believe. See, we've got that move up. It dropped. It made a correction in here, kind of dropped. When you see them doing this, what you're thinking is it's going to come back here, but not always when they come back to this level, we are going up, right? Most times it's just a flat like this one, 1, 2, 3, and then drop. So if you look at the previous flat, you will see the similarities. You get a 1, 2, 3, drop. So we got this, we got some consolidation here, we kind of drop, and we're making some consolidation here. Very possible that it could come here. It might even go a little higher. It could be a running flat, and then we drop again. Right? That's a very high probability of how this could go. Can it work its way down to the bottom? If that happens, then we would assume that this, at some point, takes off to the upside. Right? It all depends on what patterns is created when it comes Monday. The most immediate trade we will give you here now is that this probably will stay sideways here and go up. That's the most probable thing I think is going to happen, similar to this. But if by any chance it starts to break out, well, you're trading within this range. Very, very small range, with the possibility of it still going up. So even if you get a breakout here, that trade will take, but we'll take it with caution. If you can't join us live, here is what you need to know about wave analysis. The patterns constantly develop. So a pattern that you make a forecast for now might not happen, and you might get a variation of that pattern. And that means you will simply not be in the trade you're looking for. But when you do get the pattern that you're looking for, that is the trade we got. And that is how most of the trades we took last week were based on patterns that work the way we expect them to work. And it was amazing. And those patterns that did not go eventually become, either go in the opposite direction or become a more complex pattern. So join us, and more explanation on patterns and how they behave will be given to you in the webinars. Euro, like dollar index, is in a very, very complex corrective structure looking. So, sorry, that is not euro, that's silver, is in a complex corrective structure. We've got this deep pullback and this deep pullback. And if you understand anything, all of this here that's happening is very, very corrective. Although it's going up, it's not trending up so much. Trending mode, you get them, they move really sharp. When you get a trending mode, it looks like this. Let me see if I can bring that down and show you. This is what a trending mode looks like, right? This is when something is trending up. This is when it's correcting. You can see the time factor and you can see the price movement, right? It's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. So as of now, we can't confirm that this is going up because we haven't got these sharp moves going up. What we have is a lot of deep pullback like we had in this one, right? See, this one went up, pull back, pull back, pull back. But what happened? You drop, right? This one go up, pull back, pull back. What happened? You drop. So we're getting the same thing, up, pull back, but we're still going up, right? At some point, it can drop and retest the low. And all of this could be correction for the upside. Now, what if, just what if, this is one of those impulses that goes up really, really slow? It happens, rare, but it happens. You would have to get a confirmation. It will have to confirm by going sideways for a longer period of time. And then we will look at that structure and say, probability to upside has just increased. As of now, we traded this up, we traded that down, we traded this up. If you were in the trading room, you're a witness to that. I can show you the trades. We traded this trade, we traded this trade, and we traded, I think we didn't trade anything in here. We were still expecting this to drop. It wasn't until it break this top that we got that trade, and I think we got this one down and then up. Friday was up. But I warned Friday, if you're taking a trade, watch it when it breaks this top. So when it breaks that top, the probability of it dropping is very, very high. So this week, we'll see what happens. This week, there are two things we're looking for. I'm expecting this to drop a lot. That's one option. We don't have any setup as yet for the sell, but I'm expecting it to drop. If we stay in this range, we buy. See this range? If they stay in the range, you buy. If they stay in the range, you buy. If you get a flag like that, or the upside, if it stays here in the upside, we buy. Every buy will be one more impulse up only. So buy are pretty short term, sells are longer term. So if we get sell setups, the trades are going to be bigger because we're going to be correcting this very deep. The correction could go as deep as this, back to the bottom, making this a very long drawn out running flat before it goes back up. Because all these flats in here are corrective structures, even this big flat that we have there. So what happens is you come here and then you make an attempt up, and if they want to go, they can continue there. But if they're going to drop, we'll come back and retest the low. So what this will do, what will silver do? Will it continue to go up or will it drop? Well, it depends on what pattern we see. As of now, we're still in the consolidation. I still think there's one more move down, one more move up, and then by that point, we can see whether it's going to take off or it's going to reverse. So for this pattern to complete itself, we need at least one down, one up. And then we can see total upside or total reversal to the bottom. Gold, pretty much the same thing. Gold sell, we got very nice. That is the sell. Started the Monday with that sell. And then it started to go really slow. We were looking for a sell setup here, didn't get it. It actually spiked. It wasn't until it got to this level here and they pulled back that we started to look for buys from here. That was the first buy. I think we got a buy here. And this one Friday was a buy. So once you realize they're going higher, it's still in a consolidation. See that? What we were expecting is this drop on Monday. Monday or Tuesday, we're going to get that drop. That drop will complete this flat and the possibility of one more up. One more of this to the upside. So when can it become a more complex flat? Of course. But I would expect them to go back up. But it's high probability that when you drop here, this would be a good trade. And then from there, we'll see whether it makes another correction or it just reverses. It reversed that one, go break the top, and then we'll see what happens from there. Euro. If you notice the euro there, we're getting some divergence from this point. And the top of it is squeezing. Either as a channel that is squeezing or as an ending diagonal that's happening right at the top there. Right? It's going up, but momentum is dead. So it's not going up as fast as you would like it to go up. So they make that move, correct, make another move, correct, making another move. This move is not even breaking this top. So there is a chance that it could go break the top. Monday morning, you might see this one here making a move to break that top. But once we break the top, watch for probably downside. We would, if we get this buy, we'll take that buy. And then we'll look for downside. But if it doesn't break the top, then we're in a bigger flat pattern, which means if we don't break this top, this is correction. It could work its way down to the bottom here, make a flat, break the top, and then come down. So you join us. We will show you the trades. We'll show you the patterns, and we'll show you how we trade them. Sometimes the pattern that is developing now could change. So if you look at this as it stands right now, that's a buy setup. But if this is the drop lower here and go back there, that becomes a sell setup. See, if it goes up from here, it's a buy. We will buy it. We'll have an entry to buy above the top. But if it comes lower, then go back up. That just changes structure totally. The pattern we're looking for now will be downside, not upside. Pound. I think we can agree that Pong is making some kind of a flat here. We bought this Pong, we bought from this point here. And I think we bought it back here and we bought it back there. So there were 3 buys on the Pong. That was after the news when that went back. It hasn't broken the top as yet. So there's a good chance we might be making a consolidation here. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back to the bottom here, make a flat and then up. So pretty much like this. Like this one, 1, 2, 3, come down, 1, 2, 3, come down, then go back up. So we will be looking for sell setups on Monday. If we do get the buy, it will only be to break the stop and then come back down. Because we do have a 1, 2, 3 here. But because this is going so slow, the probability of this dropping here, then going back up is very high. If we get a flag there, that's a sell. And I think we're making a flag there already. On the 1 hour, you don't have it, but on the 15, you can see that they're consolidating. So if we get a consolidation here Monday morning, that'd be a sell setup to break this low. You may want to join us. That'd be an interesting trade. Aussie. Aussie is likely going to break this top. So Aussie, we trade this down Monday. We trade that up. We trade this up. And you can see that there's a buy setup here to go up. Very likely Aussie is going to break this top before they come back down. This pattern we already identified at the very start of the week. And so far, 1 move, 2 moves are almost completing. I wouldn't be surprised if Aussie spike there and then come back here. So we complete that pattern and then upside. Well, let's see how that goes. Because sometimes these patterns do change. And like I said, when it makes the change, that's when we decide, okay, what is the next trade? But as of now, the next trade is upside. I think we even have a flag there already, which means Monday morning, this thing could take off. Literally, it actually went up and it's making a flag here. So this is a buy setup ready to go. Monday morning, you can get a spike there. That would be a very good trade. New Zealand. New Zealand made a drop. We got this sell. But then once it drops here, it starts to consolidate. Which means any trade you got in here has to be really, really short term. Expect this to maybe break the top and then come back or drop from here and go there. This would be a flat pattern, 1, 2, 3, and then up. It can go break the top. That would be just a running flat. The difference would be whether we have a running flat or whether we have a regular flat. But we're retesting this low here before we go back up. Put it in the 1 hour, you can see we're making those flats pretty often. If there was a flat here, there was a flat here. There was a flat here, and now we're making another flat here. So all you do is you make a move up, make a move up, make a flat, make a move up. See? So this would be the trade we'll be looking for next week. And then, of course, maybe next week also we get a buy to the upside. You really want to join us. If you want to get some of these trades and see how we take the trades, how we manage the trades, how we close the trade, please be there. CAD. CAD is in a big sideways move right now. 2 probabilities open. Either we make a big flat here and we go up, or we literally start dropping Monday. I'm more inclined to believe we're going to make a big flat and then go. So this might turn out to be a really big correction here and then upside. But let's see which one comes. Swiss on the bigger picture. I'll show you Swiss in the bigger picture because it's pretty interesting. And this is where we are in the bigger picture. You have an impulse. You have a sideways move. you got another impulse. And then we started to see this in the chart. When you see this pattern, if it makes a consolidation here, it's dropping to this level and then up. If instead of consolidating, they reverse from this point, then it could be all up, going to break this top, and this would be all the consolidation. This would be a big flat and upside. The way it's looking right now is that we're making the consolidation at the bottom here. You notice that it's kind of looking like a consolidation there. So you go in the 4 hour, and the 4 hours, you can see that this is looking more like a consolidation. Right? You're getting a flat here. After that flat, you can get another one, get another one, get another one, up again. And this would either take off or drop. If it's a running flat, it drops. If it's a channel, it takes off. What's the difference? Nothing. They both look alike. Based on patterns, the running flat and the channel is pretty much alike. But trading them, the confirmation for trading both of those are different. Right now, we're trading inside this range, and the range is pretty good. It's a big range. I don't think there's a problem. I expect this to go back up, make a flat here, drop. So we'll get sell with consolidation here, drop again, go back up, drop again, or take off. Again, until Monday, you wouldn't know which one. In terms of the trade, the most immediate trade, we don't have anything. Let's see if this goes up, make a flag, then we get a trade. Yen is consolidating. I think we're aiming for a running flat here. I would expect this to come back to the top here, and then from that, either we break higher, it breaks out of that structure higher, or that's the point from where it stopped and it comes back down. That's the point from where we stop. Stop somewhere here and then come right back down. Now, we've had patterns like this before, so we'll wait and see which one confirms. Buying the yen might not be a very good idea. Wait for it to go up and then look for the sell setup, because yen is in a downtrend. I think I showed you that bigger pattern already. Very much starting a downtrend. We have a very big move to the downside to go, so there are more sells that are going to happen. Probably wait until we get those trade setups. All right, wait until we get those trade setups and then take it rather than trying to buy it, because the buy is not really a good idea. You don't have a lot of good buy setups in it. That is for the majors. Now, because I'm inviting you to join us live, I'm not going to do the full webinar with all the pairs in it, but I'm going to show you one or two very interesting pairs. A pair that we made a lot of money from was the Euro-Oz. And that is because we pretty much figure out the pattern very early. I'll show you this in the 4 hour. These were the forecasts. If you can go back and watch my webinars when we saw this correction. These were the forecasts. We had one up, one down, one up, one down. So Monday, when the traders joined us here Monday, this was the one we traded up. And then we told them we'll break the top, but we're coming down. So to the amazement of many traders who do not know wave analysis, do not understand it, never seen it happen, they were really like, oh my God, it actually went there in turn. Well, to us, that's normal. That's how we see patterns, and it behaves that way pretty often. Whereas many traders were looking at it, really, how do you know it's going to turn from that point? Well, that's how the pattern behaves. And then when it comes to the bottom here, if you join us, you will see this move happen. Going back up to the top here, because this last one will be the completion of this pattern. And from that point, I think we could go up. Could it go much deeper into this before it go up? Yes, that is possible. We're not showing you the depth it's going to go at. As a matter of fact, we're selling it already. So the deeper it goes, the better for us. We're already in the sell, and we'll see how low that goes. So we got about 4 sells in this. I think one of the sell was from here coming down in the 15 minutes. We got one sell from there, from that flag coming down. Then we got this sell and this sell. Those two were the sell to the bottom here. Close the trade here. We actually showed the traders where the trades were closed, explaining it candle by candle why and where we close. This was an entry, and this was an entry, and this is going to be an entry Monday morning. So we're literally in 3 different entries. 2 trades closed already. Wait for the next one, close it. This could go down a lot more. We're expecting it to come here, but the chances are it could go a lot more. What if it consolidates bigger? Well, again, we'll just wait. Wait for the setups, take the trades. Another one that we did very well with was the oil on the drop. Oil in the drop. You can see all these drop we're selling. Selling, take profit, sell, take profit. The profits were very small. So they drop, they pull back, they drop, they pull back, drop, they pull back. We were selling these as well, right? Selling it from the top, coming down. And then, you can see all these are sell setups. So we actually, all of these that you see have something in them, have trade setups in them. So join us, and we also do a lot of trades that traders are just asking us to do for them. At the bottom, these are all new charts that we put on because the traders who join us, they're looking at these trades, and we're like, sure, why not? I think one trader gave us a chart that I said I probably would be using because it has I think it was Intel. It has a really good structure in it, and I kind of like it. I think it's structurally well ready to go, right? So let's use the daily. You'll see the daily. Weekly. So this is the weekly structure of Intel. I don't normally look at it very often, but one of the traders gave us, and you can see the up move here, the impulse down, the correction up. Remember, I'm showing you one of this on gold right now in the 1 hour, where you got that sharp move and we're coming back to the top. And I told you we were at the top here, and I said, well, we were expecting one more down here and then the upside. So you may say, why would Intel come this much and then go back up? Well, that's how patterns behave. Right, as far as we're concerned, that's how we expect this to behave, which means you're looking for sell. For you now, on the weekly, you're just expecting sells in Intel to drop somewhere to around 8, 9, somewhere there. And from that point, we'll be looking for upside. Let me show you that. Just remember this pattern. I'm going to show you it very quickly. And I think it's gold. Nope, sorry, gold. Gold, where we have it in the 1 hour. See this move here? It's coming from the bottom. The sharp move and this correction. Intel is already somewhere here on the weekly coming down. And we tell you it's going to come to the bottom, break the low, and then go back up. That's exactly what I expect this to do in the 1 hour. That's a very common pattern. And it behaves like that pretty often. I can show you a number of 1 hour patterns like that here. And the weekly is already showing you the same thing, right? That's how the behavior of that pattern is every time. Right? This is a good one. You make one, you make a flat, you go back up, you get a flat here. You drop. See? You can find another one like that. There are many, it's all over the place on lower time frames. I just don't want to do too low time frames, but you can see that anywhere, right? You're coming this way, you get a move, you come back to the bottom, you go there, and then you go sideways, right? This one didn't drop, but go sideways because at some point it will drop. It's just making a bigger sideways, and then one more up, and then drop. That's a 5-wave structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This big sideways here, then one more up, and then we can expect it to come down. So let's see. You will see it. You can look at that on silver. You will see a very big one in silver in the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Here's a big one. It's coming from this way. You make a sharp move. Intel completed this. Intel is on its way up somewhere here. They very often they break the top. In this case, they didn't. Sometimes they don't break the top or break the last impulse, put it that way. Come here and then downside, right? See that downward there? Take it the opposite. Intel is going up this way. You got one down, you get this up, you get in one somewhere here. This pattern, it just needs to come a little more here and then up. Just turn this around and you'll get exactly the same thing. So once again, join us live next week. Trade with care, share these charts, and I will be putting out crypto in about an hour. So this one will go out, crypto will go out, and I'll be putting another trade out because another chart out because we have a lot of these live charts that we took during the week, live trades. We will probably cut them up in the short chart videos and then put them out for you. Trade with care. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.